Ace alert. Alex Eala dominates Jingshan Open with impressive straight sets victory. The world of tennis thrives on stories of grit, resilience, and youthful brilliance that defy all expectations. At the Jingshan Open, the spotlight was once again stolen by the Philippines' brightest star, Alex Eala, who delivered a performance that was not just dominant, but also emblematic of her steady rise as one of the most formidable players of her generation. With a commanding straight sets victory, she turned the court into her canvas, painting every point with strokes of confidence, artistry, and power that left both her opponent and the crowd awestruck. This victory was more than just numbers on the scoreboard. It was a moment of vindication, a message to the tennis world, and an inspiration for countless aspiring athletes back home in Manila and beyond. Let's dive into the layers of this triumph, exploring not just the match itself, but also the journey, the emotions, and the wider impact of Alex's continued ascent in global tennis. The setting, Jingshan Open's electric stage. The Jingshan Open, nestled in one of Asia's most prestigious circuits, has long been a proving ground for emerging stars. Known for its vibrant crowds, competitive field, and cultural significance, the tournament holds a special allure for players eager to establish themselves in the upper echelons of the sport. On this crisp evening in Jingshan, anticipation buzzed through the stands like electricity. Spectators from different corners of the world gathered, waving flags and holding banners. Some came for the spectacle of tennis, others for the promise of witnessing history. For Filipino fans in attendance, the air carried something more profound, an aura of national pride. Alex Eala, now a name that rings across the tennis community, walked onto the court with her trademark composure. No dramatic gestures, no heavy swagger, just a quiet storm brewing behind her eyes. Her opponent, a seasoned European ranked higher and with more years on tour, carried the weight of expectation. Yet, from the very first serve, it was clear that the night belonged to Eala. The match, symphony in straight sets. First set, breaking ground. Eala wasted no time asserting dominance. Her opening service game was a masterclass in precision, delivering aces that zipped past her opponent's racket like lightning bolts. The baseline rallies were intense, but her court coverage was simply too much to handle. Sliding into backhands, exploding into forehands, and unleashing cross-court winners, she drew gasps from the crowd. The first break came in the third game. Eala's relentless pressure forced her opponent into errors, and once she got the break, she never looked back. The set closed 6-2, but the score hardly captured the suffocating grip Eala maintained over her rival. Second set, the finishing touch. The second set unfolded like a crescendo in a symphony. Her opponent tried to claw back, firing heavier serves and attempting net approaches. But every strategy seemed to crumble against the wall of consistency and aggression Eala brought. Her footwork, sharp, calculated, almost balletic, allowed her to retrieve impossible balls and instantly turn defense into offense. By the midway mark, she secured another break, pumping her fist with controlled intensity. The crowd could sense it. They were not just watching a player win. They were watching a young champion impose her will. With a final ace down the tee, Alex sealed the match 6-2, 6-3. She raised her arms, her expression equal parts joy and calm determination. It wasn't the celebration of someone who was surprised by victory. It was the acknowledgement of hard work paying off. Beyond the scoreboard, the making of a champion. To understand the magnitude of this victory, one must trace the arc of Alex Eala's journey. Born in 2005, Eala was introduced to tennis at a young age by her family, who nurtured her love for the sport. Unlike many prodigies who burn out too quickly, Alex combined raw talent with a disciplined mindset, a quality that became her signature. Her rise through the junior ranks was meteoric. She won prestigious tournaments, including junior Grand Slam doubles titles, which established her as a player with not only skill but also the mental toughness to thrive on big stages. But as history has shown, the transition from junior success to professional glory is not always smooth. For Alex, however, it has been marked by steady, deliberate progress. Training at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain added another layer to her development. The exposure to world-class facilities, mentorship from seasoned professionals, and the constant grind of competing against elite peers hardened her game. Her playing style began to mirror her influences: Nadal's resilience, Simona Halep's movement, and Naomi Osaka's power, all fused into a unique identity that is distinctly her own. Symbol of hope for the Philippines. Every time Alex steps onto a tennis court, she carries more than just a racket. She carries the dreams of a nation. The Philippines, while passionate about sports, has traditionally leaned towards basketball and boxing as its pride arenas. Tennis, though respected, has rarely produced figures who commanded global attention. Eala's rise changes that narrative. Her victory at the Jingshan Open is not just a personal triumph, it is a cultural milestone. For Filipino fans, seeing her dominate international courts provides a sense of pride that transcends sport. It proves that with the right blend of opportunity, discipline, and support, Filipinos can excel on the world stage in any discipline. Social media erupted within minutes of her win. Hashtags like #EalaRising and #PinoyPride trended across platforms. Messages poured in from athletes, celebrities, politicians, and everyday fans, all celebrating her as a beacon of hope. For young children in Manila swinging their rackets on cracked courts, Alex's victory is a message. Dreams are valid, and barriers are breakable. Tactical brilliance. What makes Eala stand out? Breaking down the match tactically, one can see why Alex's game is built for longevity. Serve as a weapon. Once considered a weak point, her serve has evolved into a formidable weapon. At Jingshan, her aces and unreturnable first serves set the tone for rallies. Baseline consistency. Eala thrives in long rallies, rarely committing unforced errors. She frustrates opponents by refusing to give away cheap points. Court intelligence. Her shot selection shows maturity beyond her years. Knowing when to attack, when to defend, and when to change pace makes her unpredictable. Mental fortitude. Even when her opponent tried to mount a comeback, Eala's composure never wavered. She plays as if pressure fuels her rather than weakens her. These attributes, combined with her physical endurance, are what transform her from just a promising youngster into a true force on the tour. The road ahead. Bigger stages await. While the Jingshan Open victory adds another jewel to her crown, it is but a stepping stone toward bigger ambitions. Grand Slams, WTA titles, and a place among the top-ranked players are all within her grasp if she continues her trajectory. Her team has laid out a careful plan, selective participation in tournaments that build both ranking points and experience, while ensuring she avoids burnout. With her current momentum, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.